Hello, I'd like to welcome you all to our advanced tech training for today, our second one this year. We'll be doing part two of a check-in with your device. So whether on your iPad or iPhone, even a Android device, you can follow along similar steps to be able to get the best out of your device. But we'll also be playing some games today. So thank you all so much for joining. So again, I did share a list here in the chat, so make sure you check it out. But just to keep things simple, we are going to transfer over here to my device. Thank you so much, everyone. All right. And let's see what you all know and can check out. So last week we looked at things such as cleanup and organization. So we learned how to delete unused apps, whether you do it on the home screen or settings. We learned how to organize apps on the home screen, such as when you get in this mode where the apps start to shake, where you hold the screen, where there's no app, you get the apps to start to shake. Then you can move an app on another app in order to create a folder. So if I wanted to put this game and I don't have any, oh, I already have a folder with games, so I could put it in there. Or again, I can create a folder by putting one app on another. And then you can even change the name of the folder. So on my phone, I have just two or three screens of apps because I use majority folders. On my iPad here, I use just to showcase different screens. I have a lot more screens and just more apps, just so you can see how you can customize your iPad to any way that you like. There's no right or wrong way, right? So that's some of the things we went over, checking storage space. We also took a look at updating your iPad. So make sure you go to General, Software Update, and just make sure that your device is updated as much as it can so you can get the latest apps and security updates and things of that nature. So, one thing that is very important is accessibility. So, actually being able to see and your iPad the best way. So there are a few things that you can do. So if you want to make any changes to the iPad, generally, what app would you go to? Just change something about the iPad. So
Settings?
yeah, settings. Yeah, settings. Good. And then we're going to go into one of these options here. So accessibility. There are, you can actually go to accessibility and see some settings here. But first, we are going to go into this section called display and brightness. Okay, so when you go into display and brightness, again, you can watch my screen or you can hit your home button and follow along. You have your appearance. So you can either, it's just simply going down this section here, you can either be in light mode or in dark mode. So, what do you all have on? And do you like it? I like on my phone, I am here on dark mode. And I really do like it. It's a little easier for my eyes. So look, I'm here on my phone and you see my screen is black, like if I try to make a phone call. So it's just easier on my eyes. On the iPad, I may not use my iPad as much as my phone, and I want you all to be able to see certain things. So I usually have it in light, but even in the dark mode, it's pretty easy to also check out. And I have the zoom background image behind the screen share, so it definitely pops out. But um, what do you all have, and or is this something that you haven't tried before?
Well, I have mine on the light mode.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's perfectly okay. And you can
Yeah.
always switch it anytime that you want. Um, which is very convenient. You can have it set automatically. So look, light until sunset. So I can be in light mode until sunset, which is based off, the weather app, which is really cool. You can or do a custom schedule. That's pretty neat. So light mode, yeah, 7 a.m., dark mode, 10 p.m. That makes sense. But you can even have it sunset to sunrise. I think that's pretty cool real life interaction, right? So I think I may do that. I'll see how it works. I haven't actually done it automatically before. So again, anyone can share again on their this is on their iPhone, iPad. On Android devices, if you go into settings, there's probably similar settings in your display settings. I know there's something called display settings under settings on Android devices, so you may find something similar. But again, any questions? Again, you can unmute, you can share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. But yes, you can adjust your, display, your appearance from here. But as many shortcuts, where can you also adjust the light and the dark mode?
Control center?
Yeah, good. Shortcuts. That gave it away, right?
Yeah.
So, as we know, and we'll do in module 5, which is 2 weeks from today, you can turn it off and turn it on without even having to go to settings. I could be in my home screen and I can be in my control center and I can turn on light mode and dark mode. You see, even my background changes. That's or the wallpaper, I should say, changes, which is pretty neat. I have one of Apple's wallpaper, so I guess that's why. If you have a picture, may or may not change how it looks a little slightly, but isn't that neat? I don't remember if you all get that automatically, but if you want to add a control to your control center, as I have here with a lot of other ones, you can hold the screen on the right side, again, where there's not any controls. So I'm placing my finger around the bottom where, again, there's no icons. And I'm holding it, and then I can hit add a control. And it's right there. It's one of the first ones that comes up, dark mode. So you can turn it on and off instantly in the control center, as with many other controls. So make sure to always remember that those shortcuts, okay? So going down the list here, we have text size. So pretty self-explanatory, okay? Um, apps that it says here below, it says apps that support dynamic type will adjust to your preferred reading size above. So basically, if it's like an Apple app, it may like resize perfectly with what you're trying to read. If you're using like a third-party app, anything that's not an Apple app, it may not adjust the text size because you adjusted it here. But when you're using the device and navigating, I think that's when I think about text size, yes, you can adjust it. So um, when you have it a little bigger, things may appear a little differently. You may have to scroll more to see something because look, if my text size is this big, again, nothing's wrong with having a bigger text size as long as you can see, right? PC, you may have to scroll a little longer to find certain settings, or in general, if you see a menu and there's not much on it, don't forget you may have to scroll and see the other options that comes up.
Hmm.
Okay, so this is where you can adjust your text size here in display and brightness, text size, and then you can adjust it.
Hmm. Alex, I have a question.
Hmm.
Where it says on mine, I have night shift, it's off. So what does that at night shift for brightness and
Yes. Okay. If I go to night shift, if I tap on it,
uh-huh.
it says here, and I love Apple has these little tool tips because we may not remember exactly what each one of these terms mean. It says night shift automatically shifts the colors of your display to the warmer end of the color spectrum after dark. This may help you get a better night's sleep. So you know how certain colors of light can keep you awake versus help you fall asleep. So that
Uh-huh.
that is basically what it's doing. In night shift mode, it kind of warms the colors so that way it's easier on your eyes. So, you know,
Okay.
If if you happen to use your device right before you go to bed, it's easy, versus like it's like if your device was really bright in the dark, that's
Hmm.
really harsh on your eyes. So it's not that exact thing, but it's making the colors warmer so that way it's easier on your eyes. Does that
So
make
I should have that on, right?
I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to. I recommend it. I do it here on my phone. So even you can have it
Yeah,
scheduled.
one of them drawers right there.
So even look, 10 to 10, look from 10 to 7, I can even adjust it.
Yeah, actually,
Look, sunset to sunrise. So even
Uh-huh.
like we did before with the light and dark. So you can even have it set to that. That's pretty. Again, I'll test this out here on my iPad and kind of see how it looks. So looky here, I have it scheduled from sunsets to sunrise. So at sunset, it's gonna change and make the colors on my iPad a little warmer. So when I look at it, it's easier on my eyes. But you can do
Okay.
that now. You don't have to wait. You may not see it on your end. Yeah, you may not see it on your end necessarily, what I see, but yes, it does make the colors a little warmer as you adjust the appearance. So I would tinker around with some of these settings on your end and see how it works out, okay?
Hmm.
Did that answer your question?
Yes. Uh-huh. I clicked on scheduled.
And then you'll see what it says, and then
It
depending on
says 10 p.m. to 7 a.m.
just like it did for me. So that way, if you actually tap on that, you can make it so you can have that custom schedule, or you can have it set sunset to sunrise, like I did right here.
Oh, okay.
Yes, if you see that setting, I know again, devices may vary on what you see. Make sure, updated. But yes, you can. I think that's a really cool setting. And
Okay. And you have sunset to sunrise.
that's up to yeah, that's just for me. It makes sense when
Hmm.
it's dark. That's when you'd want the warmer colors because I think nighttime is for sleep time. So, it it reinforces that without having to do much.
Right now, mine is on custom schedule.
hmm So, yep, if you tap on it, you can adjust it however you like.
Okay. Thank you, Alex.
hmm My pleasure. So, below text size again, to go back, make sure you always look for that little back arrow especially for like an Apple app. Apple loves to use these back arrows to, be able to go back to that previous page you were on. Um, there is bold text. You can bold the text on your iPad if you want. You all can see that change, right? Do you all have your text bolded or no?
no, mine
No,
isn't.
I'd like to bold certain words, but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, well, it's kind of all or nothing, Yvonne. So either you can have none of the text bolded when you're in Apple apps, or let me let me see if it changes even what's on the home screen. So I'm looking at the home screen now. I'm going back to settings. I'm hitting bold text. And yeah, the letters and the words are a little more pronounced on the home screen too, which makes it, nice if you need that support. So it's up to you. I like it a little minimal, but if I needed to, I would use that feature. But I'll do bold text for the rest just so you all can see how it looks. If it's easier for you all to see my screen, then I'm gonna keep it on. Okay. Um, yes, again, please share if you have a question, if you like, learn something new, would love to hear. Of course, you can change your brightness from here. But as we learned in Module 5 and in the Control Center, and even last week, you can go into the Control Center and use the slider to adjust the brightness. Okay.
Hmm.
So, I mean, yes, I would much prefer, unless I want to go, change some one of these settings here, I just go to my Control Center and adjust it. More brightness you use, the more power it will use. When at night on my phone, same thing. I go in my control center and I'm turn that brightness down because it's really, really helps you fall asleep. So that, during the day, especially if there's a lot of light in the room, you may need to turn it all the way up. But just kind of keep that in mind and keep your eyes safe, okay? You know. And then here is called True Tone. Automatically adapt iPad display based on ambient lighting conditions to make colors appear consistent in different environments. So, some way, shape, or form, the iPad senses what's going on with the lighting,
Cindy, them hers.
and then it can adjust the display based on the lighting that's around. So, for me, I see maybe the slightest difference. So you can have it on, off, it's up to you. Try it out, have it on. We just went over night shift. Okay, again, just changing the warmthness of the colors on the screen. So again, it help you fall asleep, may help you fall asleep faster. And then this last setting right here, it says auto lock. So basically, if I was not on Zoom, if you're not on a FaceTime, whatever, if you're just not doing anything on your iPad, letting it sit. On my end right here, after 2 minutes, the screen will power off or, this turn off. Your iPad will go black until you hit the home button, hit the power button, turn it back on, right? So it just depends on what you're doing. But I have it for 2 minutes because again, the screen takes up, if your iPad was at 100%, takes up about maybe 10% of the battery if you were to use that whole time without charging, which is really good. So yes, 2 minutes. I'm good with that. It's up to you. If I'm at an event and I have to display my iPad for a long time, maybe I would do 5, 10, 15. Sometimes I've done never. So again, no matter what, that basically means if you don't hit the power button, your screen will not turn off. So just remember that. Okay. I've used this sometimes. This is very convenient. Like if again I'm at an event where I need that screen to be on, so and folks can see whatever, that's when I would, use it. Very, not very few times, but mostly when I'm out, even on my other devices, I just keep it on the same setting. But you may need to use this once or twice. But yes, 2 minutes after I don't touch the screen, do anything, be on a call. That is what auto lock does. Y'all notice that, right? If you don't use your iPad for a few minutes, the screen shuts
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
off. So that's auto lock. Hmm. Any questions about display and brightness?
Oh, where was auto lock again?
Mhm.
I kind of was distracted.
That's okay, Yvonne. Again, if you look through the settings, you'll see
Uh-huh.
it's not that many settings, which is really convenient. It's at the very bottom. So if you scroll,
At the very bottom.
yeah, so if you hit your home button and go to settings, display, and brightness, you'll see all the different settings that are available. So, like I said, make sure you scroll through anytime you're dealing with menus or just, want to make sure you have all the information. Make sure you scroll and see if there's anything
Yeah.
that you may need
Now,
to
where
keep.
was auto lock again? Because my screen goes off so quickly.
Okay, yes, it's at the very bottom of on. So again, if you're in your settings, again, I'm swiping all the way up to
It
go.
says apps. Well, at the very bottom, mine says apps.
So you're in the left-hand side of on. So
Yeah.
so make sure you hit display and brightness.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And that
Right.
way on the right-hand side, you'll see all the different settings. And at the very bottom is that auto lock feature we just talked about.
Hmm.
Display and brightness should be towards the middle or so on the left-hand side. But again, once you tap on it, you should be at the section right here.
Okay, I see auto lock. Uh-huh.
hmm Yeah.
So if you wanted your screen to stay on longer, should I let
You
me?
choose you have to tap on it and choose a longer time.
Okay, I would like so, but the auto lock is only 2 minutes or a minute.
I mean, it depends on if you adjusted the setting. By default, it's probably 2 minutes, but you adjust it however you see fit. For me,
Mine is 2 minutes. I'd like maybe 5 minutes.
okay. Yeah, so
I'm
again, your
gonna click
iPad,
on 5 minutes.
That's okay. And see how it works out for you. You can always adjust it back later or
Yeah,
another
mine
one.
does go off too soon before I'm actually ready for it to do so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're using your iPad and then maybe you step to another room for a minute or two, you won't have to hit your home button and, uh, you know, go
Yeah,
back to the screen. So, yes, I would say 5 minutes is great.
okay. I changed it from 2 minutes to 5 minutes.
Hmm. And you can adjust it, however it works out for you.
Thank you, Alex.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm glad that we were able to find that. And it's all about testing out. So you did great. You hit that home button yourself and you went into your settings and it's all about that navigation, okay? So you did a
Hmm.
great job.
But I didn't know what auto lock meant. Really, I think that's what the problem was.
That's okay. So, as sometimes they give you the tooltip and sometimes they don't. So,
Hmm.
I mean, what I always say, use your devices, use that Safari, search it out. What does auto lock mean?
Yeah,
And
I thought it meant, if you hold your device vertically, it would change, or if you hold it horizontally, you can change it. So I thought that meant you locked it in one position.
no, no, oh, no, so you're thinking of the screen rotation. So,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it meant.
so no, that's okay. That's what we're here for. And okay, so in that Google search, I would write, what does auto lock mean in display and brightness? And then you know, you'll see some
Okay,
results. So I'm just saying, I always say you gotta,
Google.
all about independence and looking up things and verifying things because something I may say something that may be incorrect. No one's 100% right all the time. So it's always just good to,
Hmm.
be able to do it with the different things. So even I'll mention it now. Use that tips app that's on your device. So that
Oh, yeah.
yellow icon, use the tips. And then if I go here and then I go into the user guide and go to iPad, and then I can even search for different things. So Google, the tips, even Siri, you can ask and be able to get those answers. So
I see create a custom lock screen. I see that there. Create.
yeah, there's a few, but I would say, for this one, this would be under display and brightness. So I mean, I haven't toyed around with this in a bit, but yes, always feel empowered to look things up and get that info, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Alex.
Mhm. All right. Here in the menu, we just mentioned again accessibility and making sure everything is good with you being able to see your device and navigate it. And accessibility, we don't really talk about this too much, and honestly should know a little more about this, but there is a little bit to it for accessibility. Some of the main things that I do go over is display and text size. Again, everyone's vision is different and, may change, as the years go by. So make sure you utilize this if you need it. Display and text size. I already have it bolded. That's the same setting from before. Um, but looky here, I can hit larger text and even make it even bigger if I need to. It really does get quite big. For the text size, you see. And again, it means you have to scroll more or you may not be able to see everything that's on the screen, if you know what I'm saying. Like, looky the difference from here to, the bigger size, it's quite a, difference, right? So
Hmm.
Um, just always know that it's there. Always know that it's there. There's these other settings here that you may want to take a look at. I mean, auto brightness, that one's pretty, uh, adjusting the brightness based on where you're at. I kind of like that, so I have that on, but I haven't toyed around with that setting too much. This reduced transparency one seems pretty neat. If, let's see what
Yeah.
happens. Okay. Let's
I
see.
have a question, Alex, again, please.
Mhm.
where it says Touch ID and passcode. I've done the Touch ID and passcode, but it seems like I can never just bring my screen up with my Touch ID. It always asks me to put my passcode in. Shouldn't I be able to since I've put that in place? In fact, you went through it with me and I did my Touch ID with my thumb,
Uh-huh,
but
uh-huh.
it
Yes.
always asks me for the passcode in addition. Is that normal?
Okay, well, yes, if we go into, this does have something to do with accessibility. So yes, make sure you follow along so you can, try as we chat, okay? So you're in your settings, right, Yvonne? Make sure
Yeah.
you tap on Touch ID and passcode. Okay. Give me a second. Let me go back. That reduced transparency feature. No, I just have that off. Okay, everything's good. It's my tech side.
Yeah.
I just need it a little smaller myself. It's a little too
Uh-huh.
mm,
Yeah. When I
here. Okay,
tap
Touch ID and
on
passcode.
Touch ID and passcode, yeah. When I
I
do
have to,
that, it tells me to enter my passcode.
okay, so you have to enter it to get in there. Again, if someone had your device and they try to change it, they wouldn't be able to if they don't know your passcode. So you have to enter it in so you can get into the settings, just like I did here.
Uh-huh.
I
Mm,
know,
And
Alex. Sometime when I do mines with my finger, if it don't catch it, tell me into my passcode.
yes, I
Cause
was.
sometimes my finger, I guess it won't.
Mine doesn't do my finger
Yeah.
by itself. It
So
always
we're
tells
gonna
me.
we're gonna we're gonna check it out, okay? So I got you,
Mm-hmm.
Yvonne, all right? And yes, that does happen, Denise. So
Uh-huh.
we're gonna try to eliminate that. So yes, when you type in your passcode, so Yvonne, I hope you typed in your code so you can see
Oh,
your settings.
oh, okay. I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta follow along, okay? I know
okay.
you're not seeing what I'm doing, but I'm right here with you, okay?
I put my
So
passcode in.
yeah, so again, you'll see a lot of settings. So um, on my end, I can use my Touch ID to unlock my iPad again without having to enter in my code. I can use it for wallet purchases. I could use it to download apps. I can use it to autofill passwords. So again, make sure all four of those items are green on your end. Are
All
they
four are green. All four are
okay?
green.
So below that, it will say fingerprints. Okay, so you can have as many as you'd like. And when you place your finger on the home button, again, you're not pressing the home button, you're just placing your finger on the
Mm-hmm.
home button. If it registers it, it should light up. So look, I have one finger registered and I also have my other finger registered. So you can have more than one finger registered. It's just in all how you set it up. So make sure you're not pressing the home button when you try to get into your iPad or download an app. Touch ID works by placing your finger on the home button for a few seconds.
That's what I've been doing. Yes.
So, okay, so when you put your finger on your home button again, it doesn't have to be a particular finger. When you put it on there, it glows up on your end, correct?
Yes.
Okay, glows up, right? When you place your home button on,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, place your finger on the home button, correct?
Yes.
So that means it's working. Okay, so um let me see. So I have my phone right here, my other phone that just has a home button. So again, it says home to unlock. So again, you place your finger onto the device. You place your finger onto the device and then you hit the home button. Okay? So try
Mm-hmm.
that, try that out. Again, it may vary on the device. Let me let me hold on. So if I just hit my power button on my iPad, I hit my home button. Yep, press home to unlock. So again, you have to place your finger on the home button just for not a millisecond, right? But again,
Mm-hmm.
here again, same thing here on my phone. If I'm here on my phone, I need to place my finger and then hit the home button. Like,
Mm-hmm. Now
real,
I noticed they tell you to lift your finger and to place it, to do it entirely. And maybe I wasn't lifting my finger. It says lift and rest your finger.
Well, Yvonne, are you setting up a new fingerprint?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you already have the other ones in
I
there, so
do, but this is the same one, my thumb.
okay. Well, nothing wrong with that. Yes. Well, make sure you're following. If you're adding a new fingerprint, you are following the steps that it gives you.
Mhm.
So again, if I go into Touch ID and passcode, yes, make sure you're doing those steps as we chat. Again,
Mhm.
if you when you hit add, again, lift and rest your finger. All you're doing is just putting it, lifting and resting. So up,
Mhm.
down, and then make sure when you do this, I hope everyone has tried this out, but when you do it, make sure you just slightly move your finger so that way it gets all the edges. So that way you get the most accuracy. Just don't do this, literally up and down. Just move your finger slightly so you can get
Mhm.
all the edges. Again, use the part where you have the most flesh. I know and with nails it can sometimes be a little hard, but make sure you're using the very flesh of
Okay,
your
I
finger.
did it again just to be sure.
Good. Okay,
Yeah,
good. So next time you unlock your iPad or maybe you'll try to download one of these apps. Again, you'll place your finger on that home button when it asks you for Touch ID, and then yes, and then you'll be able to use your Touch ID, your finger to do these things. It'll make it a lot easier. Again, without having to type in your Apple account password, and then without having to enter in your passcode to get into your iPad. Okay?
yeah, yeah. I just assumed that, I didn't have to type in the passcode, but it always asked me to type the passcode in, although I set up my Touch ID.
Yeah, so again, don't forget to place and then press. See,
Mm-hmm.
it just here again, I'm here on my phone. Again, it says press home to unlock, I place, and then I press. And then I am in my phone. Just like I'm in my iPad, okay? Place
Mm-hmm.
and press. You got this, Yvonne, okay?
I've got it.
All right. I love it. So, again, make sure you remember that passcode. Again, the whatever 6-digit code, don't give it to anyone. Keep it to yourself. Always remember your passcode. If I forget my passcode to my device, I don't have it written down anywhere, there's, very little that it's a long, arduous process, and for these devices, it's just not worked out. So make sure I recommend you have a passcode, but you must remember it. Okay, but it's good that you have Touch ID, um, as a fail safe, but also as a convenience item. Again, I love using my finger, not having to type in my code each and every time. I love using my finger to download apps just by placing my finger on the home button and it downloads without having to type in my Apple account password each and every time, so on and so forth. Okay. So yes, that was gonna be yeah, passcodes is so important to keep your device safe. Okay.
I,
Um,
I
I
think it's a
yeah.
good idea to keep it where you have your passwords listed. I put my Apple ID passcode with where I have a listing of my passwords.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, don't forget the passcode is the number digit, it's
Four
mostly
digit number.
most well, it doesn't have to be, but mostly yes, that is that passcode is the code that you use to get into your iPad. Your Apple account password is, the password to your Apple account where you download apps and verify settings and all that stuff. So, yes, I recommend you put that in the passwords app and then you keep your iPad passcode. Um somewhere safe in your home. Always that. Because if you can get into the iPad, you can figure most things out. If you can't get into the iPad at all, then that's a whole nother issue. Okay. Let's see here. So again, make sure you take a look at some of these settings just to see what they are, check them out, make your iPad experience as best as it can. Um, if you want to adjust s an app, and if that has something to do related with the iPad, you would go to apps under settings. If you want to adjust something, that's not related to the iPad, like the sound or the graphics in the game or certain in an app, you would go into the actual app. For example, if I go to apps and then I go to let's see. Let's see. I go to Duolingo. Again, Duolingo allow Duolingo access to photos, Siri, search, notifications, those different things, right? Everything having to do with the iPad. We've gone over, let's see, let me do Netflix. Again, different apps may have different things, very, very similar, right? But, you know, anything having to do with the iPad. So if I go into, let's see, the Tips app, again, you can see what Tips has access to. One thing I do with a lot of the time is Zoom. Okay, sometimes when I meet folks or assist folks with Zoom, they may not be able to add any photos to their background. That's because, Zoom, in the photos, you got to make sure Zoom has access to your photos. My camera's not working on Zoom. Maybe your camera is setting is off in here. So make sure everything is good. If you're having an issue with an app, maybe check it out here, but also just being able to know when to go inside of the app. So if I want to adjust the captions in Netflix, I would go to the Netflix app and then adjust the captions there. So that's just the way I think about settings in this apps right here. There are so many other settings here that you can take a look at. I recommend wallpaper all the time. You can adjust how your iPad looks. So, New Year. You can add a new wallpaper or I've done quite a few wallpapers with you all. So these are just some examples. You can always set an old wallpaper you created as the current wallpaper, or you can add I like this one. This one's really cool. You can add a new wallpaper. With every upgrade, there's always some new wallpapers that are available. So let me turn off this dark mode. Maybe y'all can see it a little easier right here. Let's see, add new wallpaper. And there are so many different options that you can choose. You can add widgets, little apps when you on your lock screen. So many different options. So check out settings. Again, we have module 4 coming out next week. So you got a little preview of that here. So when you play that game, I know you all are going to do 10 out of 10, but any quick settings, accessibility, questions before we go into our games and end with some gaming fun. But I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Did you learn something new? Any questions?
Yeah. Alex, I get email from friends and they have their picture on their email. And so
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I'm not too interested in doing that, but I guess you go to the email app.
That is a great question. So I'll when I'll actually be covering email today. But yes, when you get emails from uh different people, you may see a picture there in that section. And it just depends on what device that you're on. So on the Mail app, on Apple devices, it's most likely going to be the photo that they have as their contact. So
Yeah.
you would go to the Contacts app, and then you would tap on your contact, and you can add that photo, and you're going to have the option where you can share that photo with others as you message them, as you email them. Others will see that photo instead of just being your initials. So,
Uh-huh.
so that's why you may see some images, or if you put someone's a picture for someone's contact, you will see it there as well. But mostly in messages, I haven't really paid attention to that in mail, so too much, but I surely will take a look at it. But that's what I am thinking. So yes, you go to the Contacts app, and then you can add your contact photo, um, and that way others will be able to see it when they FaceTime you or message you on the Messages app.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I like that, but I haven't done it because sometimes if it's something that's more business, I don't particularly want my picture up there, you know.
I mean, that's what I mean. People have their picture as their business, and it helps it,
Yeah.
it doesn't but it verifies that it's, it helps you see that it's you sending the email, so or the message I have, it's up to you. I love all of my friends and their contact photos, so that way when I message them on the messages app, I can actually, see their face as I'm messaging them and then little picture. So it's
Okay, I'll choose a picture and I might consider doing that.
Yeah, it's all in contacts and tapping on your name and go and editing your contact. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hmm. All right, folks. So let's get into some games too that we've played before. So we're first going to start off with a that we really enjoyed. It's Disney Solitaire. So I'm going to share the app. Again, I use the spotlight that we talked about. You see when I'm on the home screen, no matter what screen, I don't start from the top, but I start from the middle and just place my finger down just a little bit. And then I get to the spotlight. So I can search for an app. I can hold the app. I can add it to my home screen. You can have more than one of the same icon, on across your screens. But I can also even share the app. That's pretty cool that I can share the app straight from the home screen. Let's see if it works. It sure does. If I tap on the link, it takes you straight to the app. So, try out that Touch ID. Oh, good. It says I need to update. So let me update the app first. And make sure you get it, download it if you like it. If you haven't seen this before, you can share with others by hitting that share button at the top right of any app when you get into it, when you are in the app store. Okay, over 2 million apps, games. We've covered like 700 together these past few years, but there's many, many more. Let's open. Oh, give me a second to transfer over. Thank you all so much for your questions and participation. All right, let's continue on with some solitaire. uh, I loved playing solitaire as a kid. I love playing it now. I played it on computer when it was, I like Spider Solitaire. So, again, please unmute yourself, enjoy, learn how to play if you haven't played. If you have, it's going to be kind of fun. Okay, collect. Hmm. I'm not hearing any music. Are you all?
No. No. No
Yeah,
sound.
should. It's a lot of fun hearing that
No
music.
sound.
Yes, but again, I went over what we went over. I double tap my home button, I closed it and reopened it and see what's going on. Let's see. Double check. Yep, everything seems to be good, but that's okay. Have you all downloaded it on your iPads? I know this is like our second, third time playing this together. Make sure you check out the chat. So yeah, let's keep playing. So basically, again, if you haven't played, you have this deck of cards at the bottom, and it shows you the first card. This game does not care about colors or suites or the classes. It just cares about the numbers. So if I have four at the bottom, again, solitaire, you can go up one or down one. You have all the cards in the middle. So the order is, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. And then it's Jack, Queen, King, Ace. And then it repeats. So two through 10, and then Jack, King, Queen, Ace. So a two could be an ace or a three. An ace can be a king or a two. Okay, folks? So that's a quick rundown. So I have four here. What should we do next? At the top.
All right.
We have to get rid of all the cards in the middle. And if you look at the top right, if we have multiple in a row, so if you have 5 in a row, we get an extra card in the deck. So we're always looking for those combos. Okay, so we have 5. You see we open 2 more. Again, once you uncover all of the cards underneath a card or more, it will reveal the card. What should we...
One to 4.
Yeah, we could do 4 and
4 to
open
6.
those 2.
Oh, we do 2.
So it has to be 1 below or above the number at the bottom. So we have 5. So we could do either 4 or 6. So it's a decision. So do we try 6, 7, but we won't reveal anything, or do you want to chance it and try for that 4?
Well, go for the 4.
Go for the 4, right? Okay. So sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. And that's okay. That's why we can open a new card, because we don't see a 5, we don't see a 3. There's a 5.
Okay.
What should we do?
The 6.
6.
And then the 7.
Which one? The left one or the right one?
I say the left one.
Yeah,
probably open more cards.
Yeah, those 2. If we do the 7 on the right, we're not going to unlock anything. So yes, it's all about looking at the cards and seeing how they're placed. Good. Okay. Oh well, at least we revealed some more cards. That looks to be a chain, right? We have a bunch of kings, queens. We have a jack, ace. They're all in a row, right? So just looking, we want that streak. Okay.
On a 4.
Yeah. Then we got to draw, right?
Yep.
So again, everyone, I would love for you all to participate. You all got this, okay? Let's see. So we got to draw.
Gotta draw again. Okay, on the 7.
I know that's right, Brenda. You got this. I love solitaire. I'm right here with you. You got to draw again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Again, right?
And again.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Good. Good.
2 on the ace.
Ace. Yeah, we got an ace.
The ace on the king.
Yes. Which one? The left or the right?
The left.
Open
all those cards up.
Yeah. Again. Good. On the left. You see, we got 4 cards to the deck.
Okay.
You're running a little low, so make sure you all see those power-ups, okay? Power cards. What? So we can only do queen, the left one or the right one?
I say the right one.
Because you want to be able to do more cards, right? Uncover more.
Yes, man.
Okay.
Queen on the king.
The left or the right one?
Right.
Trying to uncover those cards, right?
Okay, you gotta put it on the other queen over there.
Yeah, that's the only option. There's no ace.
Okay, there you go. The queen on the jack.
Yes, because we want to reveal those 2 cards, right? Good. I know that's right. You're killing it, Brenda.
Well, I play cards all the time.
I know you do. I have no doubt.
I'm a card player.
Okay.
I know there's some other card masters on. Come on, y'all. This is we did our learn. We worked hard. Now we got to play hard. Okay. This is your time to shine. Okay. So we got to deal a new card, right?
Yep. Okay. On that 2.
The right one, right?
The right.
That's 3 cards.
Okay.
That's okay. Again, as long as we have cards in the deck, we're good. There's nothing to stress about. And we're lucky.
Okay, put it on that 2 on the right.
Yeah, 2 on the right. Gotta draw again.
Okay, put it on the 8.
And the 7.
And the 7.
We're looking for queen, 10, ideally, right? It's always good to know what ideal card that you want. Some of these games are timed. Oh, there you go.
There's your 10.
This one isn't timed. I like that. But yes, Jack. We got 4 cards, and we got those.
Okay.
That's good. We have 2, 4, 3, 3. That's all in the same realm. I like that. So we need a king. We need an ace or a queen. Oh, if we pick queen, that'll be kind of a. We pick which one. A 10 would be nice. Nope. Nope. Kind of close.
Jack. Yeah. Okay, there's your ace.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to get rid of the king or get rid of 2, 3?
Do the 2.
Let's again. Everyone share.
I could do the 2.
Okay, let's go with that. Then we have to do 3. Then 4. Then
into
3. Good. Now we need an ace or a queen, and then a queen or a 10. Right?
Yeah.
Folks?
There you go. There's your 10.
Come on. Oh,
there you go. You won.
So lucky. But we're so smart because again, we gotta uncover all the cards, see what cards we have first, all together, and then see how that deck is looking, right? I love that.
So Alex, that wild card in the bottom right, that's if you get stuck.
Yeah, or if you really we'll play one more. If you really, let's say you're on the last, you need one more card to get that chain bonus, right?
Okay.
If it's worth it, if you like, I have 32,000 coins. That's a lot of coins. I'm a frugal person, so even when I have those power ups, I try to do without it. I don't know, just to make it hard for myself. But sometimes I do. It's only 850 for a wild card, and look, we have 32,000 coins. The more you play, the more that you get. So
okay.
We'll see if we'll utilize it this one. So we have enough. We'll do this one and then our next game. Okay. So we have 8.
8.
Come on, I know some more folks, but I want everyone to share. You all have everything important to share. So, and the others would like to participate. Your voices matter. Okay.
Okay, the 6. They don't want to play.
We're just having fun right here, Brenda.
And the 5.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But look at here. Queens, jacks, kings, aces, right up there, right?
Yep.
If I wanted to, I mean, here's the case. I could either draw a card or I could just use the wild card.
Use the wild.
And keep the streak. So that's any card. So when you have any card, you got to look how can you get the most bang for your buck. So if I do jack, if I do the ace, then I go to king, then I go to queen, then I go to jack, then I go to queen, and then I go to jack.
Yeah.
So basically, it gets rid of all the cards except for 3.
Yeah.
Does that make sense how you think about it? And look at that streak? Yes.
Yep.
How you can get rid of the most cards in succession. Again, 2 through 10, then jack, queen, king, ace. And then it repeats, okay? So ace. And then we'll uncover more. So the strategy may change in an instant. King, we need that. Left or right queen, it doesn't matter. The left one or the right one?
I'll do the left.
Let's do the left.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
see that 10 may have to do something good. It can do something good. Okay, we have a queen, so we have to do left or the right one.
I say the right one.
Well,
really.
Okay, something related, Jack. Okay, we have to. We could go. Let's. So if you all notice the 10 on the left, but what's on the right?
The 9.
Yeah, so let's keep high so we can go low at the end. Does that make sense? So let's go up to the queen. Let's go to jack. Back to the queen. look at our streak, y'all. We
Yep.
gotta get a
Yep.
free wild card. Queen, then
Jack.
Jack. Yes.
Then 10 and 9.
There, we got a free wild card in the deck. There you go. Look how many cards we have left, and look how many you got rid of. Now, if we wanted to keep going, and hey, if you have the coins, why not? Because look what we have on the board. What do we have on the board?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We have 2, 3, 4, 5. We have something in a row, right? So let's do another wild card. Hey, might as well. Look, they actually get less expensive the more you do. So we could go any way we want. So I would say go to the pile with the most unopened cards. So let's start off with let's start off with the 2. Look at the streak bonus, y'all. We're still in the streak. This is like our 10th card in a row. 2, we got to go to 3. And then what do we do? Which 4 do we do?
4, the left.
Yes, because we have to open that card. 4. Then we have to do
5.
30 streaks. Yes, 30 streaks. Love it. I love it. We're having a lot of fun. 5. It doesn't matter which 4.
No.
Let's keep it that. Okay. Let's draw a card. we need Jack. No, we need Queen. We need 2s. We need aces, kings, 6, 8. Any of those. There's a 6.
Okay. Okay, there's your king.
Left or right king?
Right.
Okay. Ace.
King.
Yeah, going back and forth. Okay, we have 2 8s and a 4. Wild card. What do we not want to see on the board when we get at the end?
Face card.
Well, in general, what do we not want to see when you get? What is here that we don't want to see? Unless it's really convenient for us. Duplicates, right? Because we have to find 2 7s, 2 9s, or a 7 and a 9. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why we should get rid of that. So that way, look, we have 8 and 4. We could do 9, 7, 6. 5 or 3. That's opportunity, cost. It's saying and all the possibilities have the most chances of winning. There's a 5. And there's a 9.
There you go. Yeah.
If we got rid of the 4, we may not have finished it so fast. All right.
You did it. All right.
Yes, well, we did it all together. So, again, the more you play, the more fun you have. We'll play one more. I know we're over, but that's okay. I really enjoyed showcasing that new game for us called Word Chain. I'm going to share it with you all in the chat, so that way you can, test it out and play it as well. But this, again, it reminds me of Lingo. Not Lingo, Chain Reaction on Games Show Network. It's really fun. So make sure you check it out. Seconds to go to the app. Share. Copy link. Let me load it up. Okay, it's loaded. Let me go to the chat and post the link here in the chat. So we're linking common words and phrases together in this app. So if you like a different kind of word game, this is the game for you. So let's keep going. Claim. And let's play level tap. So if there's this, you see the color tiles, right? So
yeah,
that means all of those are the same letter. So this blue one right here on the 4th row, what is that letter?
O.
And what's the green one?
S.
Okay, post what? What do you think it is?
Card.
Yeah, you can always try it. You have 3, you can make 3 mistakes before having to restart. So it'll let you know if it's right, if it pops up green. There you go. Now we know what
Amazing.
this orange one here is. What is this one here?
R.
Yep. Card what?
Card. Game.
Yes, game. Come on, folks. I know you know this.
Nice.
Because of this is pink, what's this letter?
E.
And another E right down here.
Mhm. Game over.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Look at all the letters you have available at the bottom. All the ones that are
Over.
white are still in play. All the ones that are grayed out are not in the puzzle anymore.
Let's see. Over.
Remember, it could be over, it could be a phrase, it could be 2 words, it could be a common speech, form of speech. Look what letters you have. Come on, let's put our brains together. I don't know what it is.
I don't either.
Over, just you look at. So I recommend look at the values. Yeah, vowels you have. You only have U and I.
U.
Nope.
So is it SI something SU or is it SL? Postcard, card game, game over, over.
Over. Gee, what is that?
I know it could really be a brain doozy. Let's try a letter. It's not L, so you see that's the mistake. You can
Yeah.
do up to 3 mistakes, so it's not L. Okay, I tried a vowel. I was lucky. I. So what could it be? Over.
Right. Nope. Over. Nope.
This is a very strange one.
Yeah, it's strange. Over.
Oh.
Is it K?
Is it a K?
No. It's really obvious. It's so obvious. I know you all know it. Over what? There only can be one letter it could be, so.
Size.
Oversized. You all see why it's oversized? Pretty cool, right?
Amazing.
Oversized. Yeah, it could be a phrase. It could be it could be one word kind of split in two a little bit. Because you see like game over, that's like a 2-word phrase, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it could be one word split up. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's do two more. Yeah, we just completed the Jamaican Paradise. Now we're in Golden San Francisco. So the more that you play, the more that you travel. No thanks. Okay.
Level 13.
Oh.
Take a look.
Okay. T. Time.
You're killing it today, Brenda.
Amazing.
What are all the orange letters, folks?
T.
T. Yeah. So again, put it in the board before so you can see. What are all the blue letters?
E.
Yes.
Table.
Nice.
What are all the pink letters?
A.
Tennis.
And again, you don't have to go in order. It's just nice to be able to. Full time, timetable, table tennis, tennis court, court.
Yard.
Amazing.
Yard.
Fail.
Fair.
Yes.
Excellent.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, real cool.
Connections. You always gotta think, words and languages are always connected in so many ways. So it really makes you think. And it's really fun. It's like a fill in the blank. It isn't like Wheel of Fortune, but it's a little bit like that. But you get to kind of
lingo.
chain reaction.
Yeah.
That's the actual game show network that this is so familiar to. So this is a hard level, it says. But what are all the orange letters?
Baby
A.
face.
The baby
Mm,
face.
yeah, baby face. What are all the blue letters?
Wow.
Face.
Book,
Yeah, but because that pink letter's a
a
B.
B,
Good.
Again, what are all the blue
Book
letters?
fair. E.
E,
All the blue letters are E. What are all the red letters?
Fair.
uh,
What are all the
Fair
red
is
letters?
fair
T's.
trade.
They're all T's, right? Because it says
Mhm.
there. Fair.
And then it's secret
Trade.
Yeah, this one is secret. It looks to be it.
Amazing.
agent.
Down there, yes, because this is an A. And yeah, you figured
Wow.
out that was Asian. What's this one here?
Trade.
Trade,
Trade.
because that's a R, because it's green. Trade
Wow.
secret. I know that's right, y'all. See? I love it when we play together and have a lot of fun. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all joining our, check-in part two. Again, we learned a little bit about some accessibility settings, display settings, actual settings app, which is good testing out and practice for our module for next week. But we also played some games because that's all also part of checking in and learning about some new apps, and they're all in the chat. So make sure you check those links in the chat, tap and download these apps and enjoy. But we'll be on soon, and make sure you have your lunch together for our travel edition of the Lunch Club. So we'll be looking at Black communities and culture across the world in honor of MLK in 2026.
Alrighty. See you.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Right. See you later.
See you
Thank
later.
you. See you later.
Yep.
Thank you so much, everyone.
All
Hope
right.
you learned something new.